What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here. I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the best contract on every NHL team. Now, before I get started, this is my opinion. If you have a different opinion, let me know down below. This is just another hockey conversation video. Nobody is going to be wrong unless it's a ridiculous statement. But the thing is, it's your opinion. Don't get mad at anybody in the comments. Don't get mad at me. This is just a fun video where I'm picking who I think is the best contract on every NHL team. If I mess up a number, if I mess up a name, maybe I forget somebody. Don't hate me for it. I did my best with research. So we're going to get into this video. So I'm actually wearing some stuff that Mark gave to me a while back. Pardon me. But yeah, this is very nice stuff. Thank you very much, Mark, again. I wear it quite often, so yeah, thanks again. But we're going to get right into this video. There's some notes here that I have because I wanted to make sure I wrote down all the numbers. I tried my best to avoid entry-level contracts. I'm pretty sure I didn't touch on any. There's some of these deals that kick in next year, so that's when you hear that, it's probably because I'm mentioning a deal that's kicking in the next year, probably off an entry-level deal most of the time. This is also done by cap hit, so when I mention it, it is the cap hit. There's only 2 ties on here as well. There was 2 teams that I could not decide which one to pick. So let's get into it. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversation with you. Posts every day, streams all the time. We're getting into the thick of things, getting towards the playoffs where I'll be doing streams pretty much for every game. I'm going to try to stream almost every playoff game, so hopefully we can do that. These are not in alphabetical order. This was actually done on Cap Friendly, I think done by how many contracts are on each team, but I just went by that list. The first team I'm going to be talking about is the Toronto Maple Leafs, my team. So I had a tie for this one, of course. The first one I already had a tie. I had Nazem Kadri at 4.5 till the 2022-23 season, with Frederik Andersen, $5 million till the 2021-22 season. Freddie Andersen has been incredible. Nazem Kadri is scoring. He's been great under Mike Babcock. Freddie Andersen's probably going to be a Vezina candidate in my opinion. So I could not decide between the 2. I love both of them. Both of them some of my favorite players. Kadri might be my favorite player. And I couldn't decide. So they are definitely both great contracts for the Maple Leafs, and I had to choose them for that reason. The Chicago Blackhawks is next, and I chose Corey Crawford, $6 million till 2020-21 season. He's been fantastic this year. I know he's been, there's the sickness there. I can't remember exactly what it was, or if it was just a health issue in general. Hopefully he's better soon. I'm a big fan of Crawford. By the way, this video is being filmed on the 28th, so if there's any extensions or if, you know, somebody just craps out and plays terrible, this was done on February 28th. 2018. So if you have a different opinion or something's been changed, that's why. But these are my choices right now. But Corey Crawford's been great when he's been healthy, and I think the Blackhawks are going through a bit right now. They obviously have great players, but for value, I pick Corey Crawford. And I know people are going to say, what about Taves? What about Kane? I'm talking value. I'm trying to stay for lower numbers, good budget contracts. For a good goalie like Crawford, that's a pretty good deal. For the Capitals, I chose Ovechkin. With the amount of, you're going to hear this a lot, but with a lot of the players that are big name players, they're getting paid a lot more these days. The cap is going up again. So 9.5 for arguably a top 3 player in the entire world, top 5, a guy who hasn't stopped scoring and probably never will. 9.5 is actually pretty good, which is crazy. I'd love that money. But he's paid until 21-22 season. Ovechkin's Ovechkin. He scores. It's just a good contract. For the Bruins, oh my god, I did not write it down, but I'm going with Patrice Bergeron. I honestly wrote Bruins and didn't put anything else there, but he's amazing. Hopefully I chose Patrice Bergeron. I'm almost positive I did, but I literally put Bruins, $6.8 million. I forgot to put the player name. I hope I didn't do that too often on here. I'm a bit of a dummy. He's signed to the 2022-23 season. That's going to be the toughest thing, saying the years, but he's the best two-way player in the NHL. He's a leader. He's a fantastic player. I love him. Even though he's a Bruin, he has to be my pick for the Bruins. For the Minnesota Wild, I chose Nino Niederreiter, 5.2 until the 2022-23 season. You know, he's young, and there's a chance that he can continue to grow as a player as well. There's probably going to be people that picks another player, but for the points that he puts up, for the value that he's being paid, that's why I chose him. For the Penguins, I chose Sidney Crosby. Again, I'm going to go back to the point that a lot of star players are getting paid a ton more these days. He's getting paid $8.7 million, that's pretty ironic, till the 2025-26 season. Again, I'm having trouble with those years. I'm also filming a lot of videos, so I'm losing it a little bit. But Crosby's the best player in the world. You're not paying him $10 million like a lot of these other players are being paid these days and up. So this is a good deal in my eyes because he's the best player in the world. For the Canucks, I chose Bo Horvat. They don't have a ton of players to pick from really when it comes to guys who aren't on entry-level deals. Horvat's having a great year, $5.5 million till 23-24 season, till the 23-24 season. That was not good English. 5.5 for a guy that's going to be a key part of your lineup. How could you not choose him? Besser's probably going to get paid a lot when his entry level is done, but Horvat's locked up for a little bit. I think it's a good deal for the Canucks. Alright, so I literally had to come back down here and film the rest of it the next day because of the fact that my battery died in my camera. So I had to charge it. It was already late. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to finish it the next day. So I put the sweater and the hat back on and we're going to finish this video. I actually wasn't too far into the video though. So I'm up towards the Red Wings now. And I chose Gustav Nyquist. There wasn't a ton of options for me to choose from, to be honest, for my opinion. $4.7 million till the 2019-2020 season. There's not too much to explain there. I just did not have a ton of options. This is no disrespect to the Red Wings. It's just that was the best option in my opinion. For the Stars right now, I chose John Klingberg. $4.2 million till the 2023 season. I think that the way that he's evolving as a defenseman and how many points he's putting up, it looks fantastic for him. The contract looks amazing. I could have chose Seguin, and that's the person I really wanted to choose, to be honest. But because of term, I think that Klingberg just has to be the better pick, in my opinion, just based off of term. I really, really wanted to pick Seguin, to be honest with you. He's one of the best contracts in the NHL for sure. For the Tampa Bay Lightning, Andrei Vasilevsky, $3.5 million till the 2020-21 season, $3.5 for arguably the best goalie in the league. Like, come on, you can't complain about me choosing that. There's a ton of options on Tampa. I don't think Lightning fans would be too disappointed because of the fact that their team is so dope. Like, their team is so dope. So, so many options for the Lightning. I had to choose Andrei Vasilevsky. For the Blues, I chose Vladimir Tarasenko, $7.5 million to the 2023-24 season. The guy is a goal scorer. He gets points. He helps his team. He's a leader. $7.5 million for a guy that scores like that for the term. Come on, you can't compete with that. Great player. 7.5, he could get a lot more. If he went to the open market right now, he's getting 10, 10.5, maybe even 11, considering teams might want to overpay to build a franchise around him because he gets a lot of points. And I think that it's a good deal. For the Islanders, I have Josh Bailey, $5 million till the 2024-25 season, a new contract for him, I believe. And that's a good price for him. If he continues to grow as a player, if he keeps putting up points, the Islanders are going to be very pleased with the money they're paying him due to the fact that the market is so heavy when it comes to cashing out on these big-name players. I think that Bailey has a chance to evolve his game now that he's settled in with a new contract, and it's only going to be better for them in the future, and this is a good deal in my opinion. For the Flyers, Wayne Simmons, 3.9 till the 1920 season. Yeah, it does end soon, but the fact of the matter is, I really think that this is a great deal just based off the fact that he is an amazing player. The Flyers, to me, didn't have a bunch of options when it came to term and dollar amount. For the way that he plays, $3.9 million, I think that that's a steal for a guy like Wayne Simmons. Definitely one of the better contracts. Like I said, I know it ends soon, but fantastic player, and he's would fetch a lot more than that in an open market currently. For the Flames, I chose Johnny Gaudreau, $6.7 million till the 2022-23 season. This guy's another superstar caliber player, absolutely unbelievable, and I think that he would be getting a ton more from any team on the open market. Obviously, that's not the case. Again, I'm doing like hypothetical things here, like if he was to be in the open market, he would get a lot more, but for the term, for the dollar value, for the way that he's played and the leadership role that he takes on, this is a fantastic contract, and he deserves much more than that, and he will get that once this contract ends. But for now, great contract. For the Senators, Hoffman, he might not be there for the rest of his career, but $5.1 million till the 2020-21 season. Not a ton of options. Hoffman has the chance to evolve from what he already is, and that is the fact that he has an elite shot. He has good speed, well, great speed. He's pretty much Ottawa's best player, and yeah, they're building, they're growing. Well, I mean, Carlson, obviously, but forward-wise, Hoffman is a fantastic player for $5.1 million. That's a good deal, in my opinion. For the Predators, I chose Ekholm, $3.7 million till the 2022-23 season. This is a great deal. His shot suppression is 9 out of 10. If you don't know what Hero Charts is, go look it up. It basically means that he's a fantastic defenseman on preventing shots to go towards the net. The Predators have a ton of options, but for me, Ekholm, for that value, considering the fact that defensive defensemen cost quite a bit of money, because people are looking into deeper analytics now, I think that this deal for Ekholm is a steal. His shot suppression being 9 out of 10, come on, you have to choose him. For the Kings, Jeff Carter, $5.2 million till the 2022-23 season. I know his age, but he's still Carter. He's putting up points. He's scoring goals. I could have chose Pearson. I was thinking about him and Jonathan Quick, but just based off of point production, I went with Carter. I was pretty much on the fence between him or Quick, and Pearson was like a runner-up. For the Ducks, I have Rickard Rakell, $3.7 million till the 2022-23 season. Great deal for him. He is a great leader. He's great in the community. He scores. He puts up points. He's young. He still has a chance to evolve as a player, which I think he will. I think a lot of Ducks fans will agree with me. SoCal Hockey Fan 97. I'm pretty sure he would definitely agree with me that that's a fantastic contract and probably the best contract on their team. Great player, great guy, and I think that he's their best contract. For the New York Rangers, I have Chris Kreider. I know he's been injured, but $4.6 million till the 2020-21 season. The Rangers have been dismantled a little bit. For now, that is the best contract in my opinion. I'm not sure what Nemestikov is making now, or is it Nemestikov or Nemestikov? I'm pretty sure it's Nemestikov, but this is a good deal for the point production and the role that he has with the Rangers currently. For the Sharks, I chose Burns. $8 million to the 25-26 season. I could have chose Jones. I was really on the fence with that. But for the fact of the matter is, Carlson and Doughty want to get like 11 or 12 million each per year when free agency comes around. Burns making $8 million is obviously a bit of a gap between that number, and considering the fact that he's a defenseman that scores so much, that number, $8 million till the 25-26 season, is very good. So I think that the value there is just, you can't really mess with that, I guess. I think he's the best value for their team. For the Blue Jackets, I chose Seth Jones, $5.4 million till the 2022-23 season. There's a lot of options, personally, for me with the Blue Jackets, from basically forward, defense, and goaltending. They've got a young team. He's young, and I feel like the way that he has taken on a bit of a leadership role within the Blue Jackets organization, I think that this is a fantastic deal. I've said fantastic a lot. I'm trying to not say the same words, but you can't not describe him as fantastic. He's a great defenseman. He's putting up points. Columbus is always knocking on the door, like they played good, not knocking on the door last year, but they're a team that right now is, they're competing for playoff positioning, and I think that Seth Jones is a huge part of that. For the Jets, I chose Mark Scheifele, $6.1 million till the 2024-25 season. Mark Scheifele is one of their leaders. He puts up a ton of points. That Jets team is full of scorers and great players. and I think that Scheifele has a very good value. Lots of term left on that deal, and he's one of their centerpieces to their organization. So Scheifele was an easy choice for me, and like I said, dollar amount and term, very good contract. For the Vegas Golden Knights, I chose Riley Smith. I think that my sheet got a little bit messed up here. If this is incorrect, I'll go back and fix it, or somebody can correct me, but I believe he's making $5 million till the 2024-25 season. There's a lot of options. I was going to choose Hala, or I think that's how you pronounce it, Hala. He's making some like less than $3 million a season or something like that. But the Golden Knights have options right now, and I believe Riley Smith was the guy that I chose. For some reason, my notes are all messed up here, but Riley Smith's been having a good season. Vegas is lucky to have him, and I'm going to flip this page over because the next team I'm going to talk about is the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, not a lot of options here. Jack Eichel is the one I chose. $10 million. Obviously, this is his extension. I tried to avoid the entry-level stuff. He's signed to the 2026-27 season. He will get better with better players. He's already a fantastic player, but that $10 million value is going to look pretty good when they start putting some better pieces around him. Their young core, some of their guys that are playing in the minors are going to start coming up. They're probably going to go out there and try to make some moves to get better. And that $10 million is going to look pretty good. There's a lot of very good young talent out there that's getting paid more money, and that will get paid more money. And you know, there's talent out there that gets paid more than him when it comes to superstar caliber players. And I think that Eichel at $10 million is fair value. I know it's a lot of money, and it sounds funny even saying that, but I like Jack Eichel. I think he's a great player, and he was my only option, to be honest with you, with the Sabres. For the Panthers, I had a tie. I believe both of them get paid $5.9 million. That's Barkov and Huberdeau. I believe Barkov is until the 2022-23 season. Huberdeau is till the 23-24 seasons. So they both are fantastic players. Again, with that word, they're both great players that are putting up points continually, taking Florida to the next level. They're trying to push for a playoff position, depending on when you're watching this video. Both players that are just very, very important to their team, and I love watching them because of the fact that they're so skilled, and I'm sure all Florida Panthers fans will agree with me that it would be too tough to choose between the two of them. I like both of them, so I had to have the tie. I believe that's only the second tie on this list. I think the Leafs, the first one that I talked about, was the only other tie. For the Devils, Taylor Hall, $6 million signed to the 2020-21 season. He's been on a tear. He's great for the Devils. How stupid do the Oilers look? Let's be real here. I'm sorry, that deal is just not working out. They could have got more value for Taylor Hall, in my opinion. And look at the way that he's clicked with the Devils. Again, it's a thing about when you get moved to a new team, it just sparks something. And for Taylor Hall, it's working. This is a great deal, $6 million. When he gets re-signed, it's going to be a lot more money if, in fact, he keeps producing like he is now. For the Montreal Canadiens, I chose Gallagher, $3.7 million to the 21-22 season. Great value there. He is I almost said fantastic, a great player. Montreal, again, doesn't have a ton of options because of the fact that they're in a different type of mode here. And Pacioretty had a pretty good contract, but that's going to be coming up pretty soon too. I wanted to go with term when it comes to contract, and I think that Gallagher at $3.7 million is kind of like a steal. I think that he brings so much to the table with better players. Again, he is a great hockey player. For the Avalanche, I chose McKinnon. $6.3 million till the 2023-24 season. If he continues to grow like he is right now, that contract is going to look sweeter and sweeter every year. The fact that Colorado has taken such a big step is due in part to McKinnon putting up so many points, basically putting the team on his back. $6.3 million for a superstar player like him with the amount of points he's putting up is a steal. Players are getting paid so much these days. The cap is going up, and players are getting paid. For $6.3 million, that's a steal. The Avalanche have their centerpiece, their star guy, getting paid that much. They can build around him, have a window until 2023-24. If they can continue to grow, put better pieces on the ice with him, and play with Landeskog and Barrie and all these other guys, Colorado could look pretty nice in a couple years. And if some of their draft picks and some of their young guys pan out, this team could be real good. For the Oilers, I had to choose McDavid. $12.5 million to the 2026-27 season. I almost chose Draisaitl, but then I figured Oilers fans would be really mad. Draisaitl could have easily been put here. I almost didn't want to put McDavid because 12.5 is a lot of money, considering the fact that some of these other players are getting paid way less for not the same value, but like, I mean, the Oilers aren't in the playoffs right now. I don't know. I don't want to sound like mean here. I love the Oilers. I mean, I'm Canadian. I want to see the Oilers do good. I want to see all hockey teams do good. Let's get some competition here. And there are a lot of great teams, but the Oilers aren't one of them right now. I had to choose McDavid because he's probably the second best player in the world. And people are going to argue that he should be getting paid more, but I will say you are crazy. I'm just going to go with the fact that he's the second best player in the world. $12.5 million. That's all I got to say for him. The Hurricanes, I chose Jordan Staal. By the way, what happened with the Staal family, my prayers, my thoughts are with the Staal family right now, with Jordan and his wife and, like I said, his whole family. Terrible situation. I hate to have to bring it up in a video at all. I don't want to bring it up at all because it's such an unfortunate situation, and again, I'm praying for your whole family. But moving on, $6 million for Jordan Staal every single year until the 2023-24 season. The young defenseman might take over in this best contract spot. They've got a couple young guys, PC or Pesci. I don't want to mess up the names, but they've got some young defensemen there that could really take over when it comes to the best contract. They're getting paid just over $5 million. The other one is just slipping my mind right now. It's going to bug me. It's going to come back to me right when I'm done this video. But for now, I'm choosing Jordan Staal. I think that it is a good contract for the leadership role that he plays and the points that he puts up on a growing Carolina Hurricanes team. The last team, I should say, the best contract on the Arizona Coyotes, in my opinion, is Oliver Ekman-Larsson. $5.5 million till the 1920 season. Nothing to choose from. He's the best player on their team, in my opinion. Best defenseman, obviously, on their team. $5.5 million. Good contract for a leader, a guy who puts up points. And, I mean, the Coyotes just don't have that many options. So let me know what you guys think. Who are the best contracts in the NHL? Leave them down below. Also, let me know what you guys think about a P.O. box. I put a poll on Twitter. It's probably down by now by the time you're seeing this video. It was unanimous when I checked last. 12 yes, and nobody said no to a P.O. box. If you guys are interested in that, leave your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think about that. Just kind of what Post to Post does, where people send in letters to them. And I think that that's pretty cool. I'd love to hear some stories from you guys. So I'm probably going to be opening up a P.O. box. I'll give you guys more information on that. Also, I've been on the fence about Patreon. I don't know if you guys think that that's a good idea. Let me know what you guys think about Patreon down below, because if you guys want more content, I mean, I can make so many behind-the-scenes videos showing different styles of videos that I usually don't make on this channel, showing up setup. Maybe even I'll do live streams while I'm making this video. So while I was making this video, I could have my laptop live streaming it so you guys get a behind-the-scenes type of thing. See when I mess up, see what I'm holding my notes on and everything like that. You got a quick glimpse right there. Obviously, it's just a book, but how I write my notes, how I prepare for videos. Let me know what you guys think about that kind of thing. So yeah, I've got a lot of cool projects coming up, lots of great things coming. It's getting towards summer here. I'm trying to get done college and moving on in my life, and it's just been very busy. Posting this much, it's been really tough, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. New stuff on the way. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.